welcome back to the Landlord podcast, sponsored by HomeNest Property Management. I'm Alice Lima. I'm the principal broker of HomeNest Property Management. And every year, about this time, late September, early October, the maximum rental increase limits are published, and they're a combination of 7%, which by statute. So for those of you who don't know, Oregon is a rent control state. We're one of two in the United States. And the new 2026 maximum is going to be 9.5%. And that's for rental facilities that are 15 years or older. And that's based on a 7% standard maximum. And then they allow us to also add CPI, which is Consumer Price Index. And the Consumer Price Index allowable is 2.5. So you put that 2.5 together with the standard 7%, and voila, you get 9.5%. Now, I want to caution landlords that even though you can go to 9.5% increase, our rental market, at least in Southern Oregon, is a little bit stagnant. We're in what I call a retention mode. You can go and look at the landlord video I did just before this one last week or so. We're in retention mode. We're not raising our rents as high as we used to, even when we have a tenant vacate and we can legitimately go to fair market value. We're not going much higher than where we were. In some cases, we're going a little lower, maybe just a smidge higher, but we're in retention mode. And that's important to know for your business model. So some of the changes that have happened in Oregon this year are going to be noteworthy, and we're going to have more podcasts and more information in the near future. But I did want to mention that mobile home parks and floating home marinas containing more than 30 spaces are limited to 6% increase for 2026. So we've got a lot of rules in Southern Oregon, and it can get kind of messy. And that's why having a property manager might make sense for you. So I would like you to give me a call or give me a text, 541-301-7980. That's 541-301-7980. And let's talk about your portfolio. Let's talk about your long-term goals as an investor. And also wanted to give a pitch to consider buying and adding to your portfolio right now while we're in kind of a down market. And even in a good market, if the investment properties are tenant occupied, they're a little bit harder to sell. They take a little longer. And that has more to do with the reactions of the buyer's agents and the buyers themselves. We have to give notice to tenants when we're selling our investments with tenants occupied. So all that kind of weaves into both the buyer's agents and the buyers themselves. You know, we don't get everybody looking at properties when they're tenant occupied, but we can talk more about that when you give me a jingle. So have a great Southern Oregon week, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.